Hey, I'm Ella, and today we're going to be giving new life to your lunchroom leftovers. You probably already know how important it is to recycle things like cans, milk cartons, and plastic bottles so we can turn these materials back into cool new products. But have you ever wondered what happens to all our leftover food scraps? Not exactly. Actually, those cold tots, leftover broccoli, chocolate chip cookie, hey, can I have that? And most of the food and paper scraps you see in the cafeteria are all made up of stuff that used to be alive. It's called organic matter, and it's a very important material. When you throw things in the garbage instead of recycling them, do you know where they end up? Out here at the county landfill. When something can't be recycled, this is where we try to dispose of it in the most environmentally safe way possible. Unfortunately, in the United States, we send more food to the landfill than any other type of waste, when it'd be much better for us to recycle it through composting. In a landfill, organic matter gets buried underground and all the good nutrients and useful materials inside of it get trapped there forever. Buried organic matter also creates a heat-trapping gas called methane, and that's one of the most powerful greenhouse gases warming up our planet.
I thought we burned garbage to make electricity.
Sometimes we do, and it's better than wasting it completely, but burning garbage creates its own challenges. Wet food isn't a great fuel, and burning it destroys the useful materials inside of it. And the ashes that are left over still end up out here. But we can do better. We can turn our organic waste into compost. Compost is nature's way of recycling the bits and pieces that plants and animals leave behind. It's like nature's cleanup crew. Like Mr. Johnson? Like trillions of microscopic Mr. Johnsons.
Weird.
We call these creatures decomposers, and they include all of the bugs, worms, fungi, and bacteria that chomp their way through organic matter, breaking it down into smaller and smaller pieces until we're left with compost. Compost is way better than plain old dirt. Compost is packed with nutrients that plants need to grow healthy and strong. When we mix it in with soil, it makes it easier for plants to push their roots through. It's also fluffy like a sponge, which helps collect water for plants to drink. And best of all, you can make it yourself at home for free. Home composters like Ann here collect their yard waste and kitchen scraps and toss them in a composting bin like this one by mixing and stirring different kinds of organic matter together in just the right way. Ann helps the decomposers do their job, and in exchange, she gets high-quality compost for her garden.
Tell them about the other way to compost.
Oh yeah! You can also make compost using a worm box. Cool! These squirmy critters are called red wigglers, and they're amazing decomposers. Give our hungry friends here some organic snacks and they'll break it all down into compost in a matter of weeks. It's called vermicomposting. Now you might be wondering, aren't home composters just creating their own tiny landfills? What about that nasty methane gas that's heating up the planet? Well, unlike in a landfill, this stuff doesn't get smashed down and sealed up underground. When there's oxygen around, something called aerobic decomposition can take place. That means the items in the compost bin turn back into the molecules they're made up from, which can be used to build strong new plants. And since plants breathe in the greenhouse gas, carbon dioxide, having more healthy plants around helps fight climate change in a big way. Home composting is a pretty fun hobby, but there are some kinds of organic matter, like bones, meat, dairy, or oil that can be hard to break down into pure, safe compost at home. That's where large-scale composting facilities come in, like this one. Each month, more than 100 tons of organic recyclables get sent here to be composted, and it comes from all over the place. These special drop-off locations located throughout our area let families recycle their organic waste for free. Some communities even have curbside organics recycling programs. Here at Jefferson Elementary, we collect compost right here in the cafeteria. Just read the signs carefully to make sure you're properly sorting your waste. That is correct. U-Haul trucks bring your organic recyclables to the composting facility, where it's mixed with ground up leaves, brush, and wood chips to create the perfect food for decomposers. Then it's laid out in big, long piles called windrows. As the decomposers go to work, these piles actually start to heat up. This is important because it helps to destroy harmful chemicals or bacteria in the compost, making it safe to put in our fields and gardens. Workers turn the material over regularly as it decomposes to make sure it gets plenty of oxygen. And a few months later, your napkins, banana peels, and mashed potatoes have been transformed into fresh compost, ready to help grow more great plants. It's something we call the composting cycle, and we all play an important part in it. It's a sad fact that in the United States, over 95% of the food we throw away still ends up in a landfill. Fortunately, composting heroes like you are leading the way to a greener future. Thanks to our awesome composting program, our school district recycles hundreds of tons of organic waste each year. Maybe with your help, we can compost even more.